Snooker players who got almost killed. What does life look like when the path to victory on the snooker table unexpectedly transforms into a battle for survival? In the world of snooker, precision and strategy are of immense value. Yet sometimes, the most challenging battles aren't won with a cue, but against the spectre of death itself. In this video, we will dive into stories of snooker players who found themselves on the brink of life and death. These are the heartwarming stories of individuals who not only face the pressures of professional play, but also the daunting challenges that almost claim their lives. Keep watching. In May 2014, snooker legend Ronnie O'Sullivan had a close call with a life-threatening car crash. He was with his 6-year-old Ronnie Jr. as they were heading home from the World Snooker Championship final. The crash happened on the M1 near Leicester in poor weather conditions. It seems the car hit a patch of standing water and hit the central reservation. Thankfully, speed wasn't a factor, and both Ronnie and his son came out of the crash shaken but not seriously hurt. Ronnie Jr. was in the passenger seat of his father's 2-seater sports car at the time. This incident followed Ronnie's loss to Mark Selby in the final match at the Crucible Theatre. Surprisingly, despite the traumatic experience, Ronnie O'Sullivan remained upbeat after the championship match. He showed great sportsmanship, accepting both wins and losses in his career. The final itself had been an intense contest, with Selby coming from behind to win and secure his first world title. Despite this setback and his quest for a 7th world title, Ronnie O'Sullivan continued to be a resilient and iconic figure in the world of snooker, drawing strength from his near-death experience as he pursued success in the sport. On the evening of April 26, 2019, World Snooker champion Mark Williams ended up in hospital due to chest pains. This happened after the opening session of his 2nd round match at the World Championship in Sheffield. At 44 years old, Williams had just played the first 8 frames of his match against David Gilbert at the Crucible Theatre. However, after the session he started feeling unwell. A doctor at the venue recommended immediate medical attention. Taking the doctor's advice seriously, Williams went to the hospital. Later, he shared an update on his condition via Twitter, expressing optimism that it wasn't a heart-related issue and making a light-hearted comment about waiting for a bed. Despite this health scare, Williams had shown his snooker skills earlier in the match with impressive breaks. However, Gilbert managed to secure the last 2 frames of the day, taking the lead. The tournament was set to continue the following day with their match. The snooker world hoped for Williams' swift recovery and a return to form on the table. Before we move on, if you are a snooker player, be sure to smash that subscribe button. It's made to be smashed. In a strange incident, World Snooker champion Mark Selby had an unexpected mishap at his home in Leicester. He nearly lost his big toe during a practice session. The 34-year-old snooker pro, also known as the Jester from Leicester, shared the unusual story of how he broke his toe. It happened when he accidentally dropped a large glass ornament on his foot in his snooker room. The injury was serious enough that he had to wear a special boot for 3 weeks and miss the start of the snooker season. Fortunately, the accident didn't happen right before the World Championship, but it did force him to withdraw from the Riga Masters. Despite this bizarre incident, Mark Selby remained determined to continue his snooker career and looked forward to upcoming events like the Hong Kong Masters and the English Open. He remained modest about his achievements and committed to maintaining his status as one of snooker's top players. Former world snooker champion Shaun Murphy recently underwent gastric sleeve surgery a decision that had a significant impact on his physical and mental health. After years of struggles with weight and criticism, Murphy chose this life-changing surgery earlier in the year. The surgery reduced Murphy's stomach capacity by 80%, helping him control his food intake. At 40 years old, Murphy had faced challenges in his snooker career, including slipping in the rankings after finishing as the runner-up in the previous year's World Snooker Final. However, this surgery gave him a fresh start and renewed aspirations to become world number one. Reflecting on the effects of the surgery, Murphy expressed regret that he hadn't made the decision sooner. He shared his lifelong struggles with weight, including being labelled the fat kid in school and years of dieting since his teens. The tipping point came when Murphy's weight began to severely affect his mental health. He even considered seeking help for depression and anxiety due to the emotional distress caused by public and social media criticism. The surgery he chose was a drastic step, but he believed it would help him maintain his weight loss. Despite his impressive snooker career, including major titles, Murphy's ultimate goal remains becoming world number one. With renewed determination and improved physical and mental well-being, he looks forward to climbing the rankings once again. In 2020, Willie Thorne, the former snooker star, faced a serious health crisis. At 66 years old and already battling leukemia, his health took a dangerous turn. Earlier in 2020, Thorne had shared his leukemia battle with the public. However, his health got worse that year while he was in Spain. His blood pressure dropped dangerously low, leading to hospitalization. Things took a dire turn when Thorne's breathing failed. To save his life, doctors put him in a medically induced coma and used mechanical ventilation. He also received strong antibiotics to fight infections. During this tough time, Julie O'Neill, his caregiver, reached out on GoFundMe to seek support for his costly treatment. She hoped that the coma and treatments would eventually allow him to breathe on his own again. Willie Thorne had a life filled with ups and downs. He was a snooker star, reaching 2 World Championship quarterfinals and winning the Mercantile Credit Classic in 1982. He also had a successful career as a BBC commentator and even appeared on Strictly Come Dancing in 2007. However, he faced financial troubles due to a gambling addiction. In 2020, Thorne's life hung in the balance. Everyone hoped that the medical interventions would give him a second chance. But unfortunately, he passed away on June 7th, 2020. If you've been moved by these stories, be sure to like, share and subscribe for more content like this.